Good Sunday afternoon, CTM Titans. This is Dr. C coming to you with our Titan Tidings for the week of January 10th. We want to say thank you to our parents and families for a great first week back. We had a lot of participation and we are pleased to see all of our students. We also want to say thank you to our families that came to our community conversation on Thursday in response to the events on January 6th. We'll discuss that a little further in a moment. And we want to share some important reminders and processes for our parents around grades and engagement with our school community, as well as sharing some information about the COVID vaccination news. On Thursday of last week, in response to the insurgency on the nation's capital on January 6th, we responsively put together a community conversation with our socio-emotional learning team to make sure that we offered an opportunity for parents to learn some strategies and process as well how best to discuss what had taken place with their children, so that we are doing it so that it's informative and not traumatizing to our students and our children. If you missed the event, it was great. We had a pretty good turnout of teachers and families. The link is embedded in this presentation and was sent out last week to our school community. I encourage you to watch the video. It's about 55 minutes long, and it can give you some insights about how might be the best way to move forward with your own student if you were not in attendance. Based on the great feedback that we received, we're planning other sessions like this around tough topics. So please be watching. There is more to come in that regard. And as always, if you need additional assistance or support, or you have questions, please reach out to me and I can direct you to the right folks at our school who would be ready and willing and helpful in dealing with those issues. We want to give a huge CTM shout out to our staff of the week, Dr. Irina McGrath, who is our education recovery leader from the Kentucky Department of Education, Kat Grease, one of our MSD teachers, Kim Hake, one of our pre-primary teachers, Kirsten Plunkett, one of our ECE instructional assistants, and Coach Andy Steffen, our physical education teacher and also our street hockey coach. They are lighting the way for a bright beginning for 2021, and we appreciate them and all of our staff as always. Now for some information about the COVID return to school and some vaccination news. Parents, as always, please pay attention to the news about any reopening date. We will also be sharing information as it comes out. As it stands right now, Friday, all school nurses for JCPS were vaccinated. So that is a huge move in the right direction for us to have our school nurses vaccinated. The plan is still to make sure that staff who serve the youngest students will be vaccinated first, and that the youngest students will be the first to return to school. And very much our return to school plan is dependent upon how well the supply chain is stocked over the coming weeks and months. We have some great news to share. We have a new mascot based on your feedback on the survey that was sent out a while ago. We have surveyed our SBDM ALT, we have surveyed parents, we have surveyed our community members, we have surveyed our students. Our student voice team was involved in the selection and the conversation around the finalists for the mascot. And based on our final survey that was sent out, the new mascot is the Monarch. So we will be transitioning over the next few days and weeks into the Coleridge-Taylor Montessori Monarchs. So please bear with us. This today is our last Titan Tidings. So if you have an idea for what our new newsletter can be called, go ahead and shoot me an email and I will be happy to entertain that idea. As a reminder, please don't forget to join the PTA. There's a link here and there's a link embedded in the school messenger message that I sent out. So please consider joining the PTA. As always, Miss White is here to support you. Access your students' grades on our Infinite Campus grade reporting platform. Please note that the grading period ends on the 14th. That is this week, and grades will only be available on Infinite Campus beginning at about 4:30 on the 25th of January. An instructional reminder, remember at the beginning of at the beginning of this semester, we changed our schedule. The schedule links are here. We had a lot of positive feedback about our schedule change. We had more students who were attending our morning lessons. We had a lot of parents who have responded saying that they appreciated that they knew that there was a block of time that was solely for the morning lessons. And we're going to continue moving forward with that. If you have additional feedback you can support that can support this work, please share it with your teacher. As always, participation matters. Remember, Thursdays are now a check-in day. So at 9 a.m., every classroom is having a morning meeting. And during that morning meeting, the teacher is going to go over some guidance for how to complete their asynchronous lessons for the rest of the day. So it's a learning day. Thursday is a learning day, and participation on Thursday counts. No student has a day off on Thursday. Every student has work to do on Thursday. So please help us out by making sure those students are getting those assignments in and done. Participation counts. It has to be done every day, just like our schoolwork. And remember that you must submit your work to your teacher via photo or phone call if you are using a paper packet. We have very few students who are on a paper packet. Again, participation is like attendance, and if a student gets on a Google Meet, the expectation is that they are completing work unless they are a 3 or a 4-year-old. Again, Google Classroom assignments must be turned in complete in order to receive a score and a grade. And if you have questions about this, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to support. Again, if you have not submitted your in-person or virtual options, the link is present there. If you have not completed the EBF forms for electronic benefits, please make sure you do that on the Parent Place. If you have questions about the pandemic EBT information, that is provided to all students, assuming the parents have completed the EBF form. And as always, if you have not signed up for School Connects or School Messenger, please opt in for those two communication platforms. If you have an issue with your Chromebook, our office is open pretty much every day in order to make sure that we can help you with that technology. But please know that there is a shortage of devices. We need you to take care of the device JCPS has loaned to you. If you have questions about the return of a device or if you need to exchange a device, please call the school first so we can make sure that we have one handy for you. If you are on a paper packet, remember your paper packet must be dropped off at the school through the drive-through meal line on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 1. And our Titan, or soon to be our Montessori Monarch meal line, will be still serving students and families each Tuesday and Thursday from 10 till 1. Again, Thursday we have family meals provided while the supplies last. If you need questions answered or you need support with this, please reach out to the school. Again, each week we update our NTI school portal, and that can be found at the top of JCPS's website. If you need support, please let us know. And as always, remember to let your students do their work by themselves so we know what they know. This goes especially for assessments. And as always, we have virtual learning expectations. We're glad that students are with us, but if they don't turn on their camera, it's okay. We would love to see their faces, but we want them to participate. We're glad that they're with us. We will want them to make sure that they have on comfortable clothing and that clothing follows our dress code. They need to have tops and pants on. We're glad that they're with us. We want them to try to limit distractions if at all possible. We're glad that they're with us. We want them to make sure that they stay muted unless they are sharing as directed by the teacher, so everybody can hear the speaker. We're glad that they're with us. We need to make sure that everybody has their device charged and they never share any passwords with anybody on the internet. And we're glad that they're with us. If they need to have a snack, that's okay. If they need to step away and go to the bathroom, that's okay, but they need to let the teacher know where they're going so that they can expect them back. We're glad that they're with us. We have to remember that we need to use kind words, kind actions, and kind faces when we're having our virtual meetings. And that also goes for any communication that we have with our friends outside of the school day as well. I'm glad that you're here. We know that this is not easy for students and families, but we need to make sure that students are doing their own work. Parents do not get to take assessments. Parents do not get to show what they know at the end of the year. It's important that we know what students know. So please help us by letting students take their own assessments and do their work. And we've had very few issues with this, but assuming that there is a need for a intervention, here is the step-by-step process that we will be using to communicate behavioral concerns with parents and teachers and students. We want to support you. If you ever need anything, please let us know. You can reach out to Mr. Baker, myself, or Miss White for any learning need or any challenge that you might be facing right now, and we'll do our very best to support. Have a good week. We miss you, we love you, and we want you to be safe. Take care. Peace.